There we go. Okay. The American Revolution. The American Revolution is our first category. 1 point. In 1775, Virginia's governor offered this to indented servants, Negroes, or others who'd fight for the king. In 1775, Virginia's governor offered this to indentured servants, a typo there, Negroes, or others who'd fight for the king. 5. Lauren?
Freedom.
Freedom is correct for 1 point. The American Revolution. Indented is impressive as a typo instead of indentured. The American Revolution for 2 points. After helping prevent Cornwallis from crossing the Raritan River at Trenton, he was Washington's right-hand man. After helping prevent Cornwallis from crossing the Raritan River at Trenton, he was Washington's right-hand man. 3, 2, 1. No Hamilton fans here? Gonna need my right-hand man? Gotta get your right-hand man back.
July 3rd.
July 3rd, Disney Plus. I saw the tour. It was amazing. The American Revolution, 3 points. Overconfident, British General Howe went into this 1775 Boston battle with a servant carrying wine on a silver tray. Overconfident, British General Howe went into this 1775 Boston battle with a servant carrying wine on a silver tray. Michael.
Bunker Hill.
Bunker Hill is correct for 3 points. I would love an image of that, though. The American Revolution for 4 points. A British band played a tune titled "The World Turned Upside Down" during the surrender here on October 19th, 1781. A British band played a tune titled "The World Turned Upside Down" during the surrender here on October 19th, 1781. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Also, you'll see it in Hamilton, the Battle of Yorktown. The Battle of Yorktown. They actually use "The World Turned Upside Down" as part of a lyric for that song.
Spoilers.
Hey, Mark, the colonies win the war. The colonies win the war. And just so, if you've never seen Titanic, the boat sinks. The American Revolution. The American Revolution for 5 points. I'll tell a story about Titanic later. The sun never shine on a cause of greater worth than the colonists, wrote Thomas Paine in this 1776 work. The sun never shine on a cause of greater worth than the colonists, wrote Thomas Paine in this 1776 work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Common Sense. Common Sense by Thomas Paine.
Right before you said it.
Yeah.
Right before
Always.
you said it. It came to me.
A bolt to the brain. Homophonic pairs. Homophonic pairs. Homophonic pairs. Depending on what part of the country you're from. 1 point. Ice cream dish for the Christian Sabbath. Ice cream. Michael?
Sunday, Sunday.
That is correct. Pairs for 2. The solitary borrowed some. The solitary borrowed some. 5, 4, 3. Michael?
Alone, loan.
That is correct for 2 points. You're now out of this category. Pairs for 3 points. The bovine group whose moos reach our ears. The bovine group whose moos reached our ears. 5, 4, 3. Karthik?
Move.
That is incorrect. Minus 3 points. Over to Michael, Daryl, and Lauren. The Free Musketeers. I'll read it one more time. The bovine group whose moos reached our ears.
The herd.
Okay.
Final answer, the herd.
The herd is correct for 3 points. Pairs for 4 points. A reasonable train ride cost. A reasonable train ride cost. Mark.
A fair fare.
A fair fare is correct for 4 points. You're out of the negative hole. For 5 points, water's edge forested by a variety of deciduous trees. Water's edge forested by a variety of deciduous trees. DECIDUOUS. 5. Mark.
A beach.
That is correct for 5 points. Well done. Up next, Bible study. Bible study. For 1 point. In Matthew, Jesus tells his disciples to teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of these 3. Chris?
The Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost.
That is correct for 1 point. Bible study for 2 points. Cooking up a scheme, Jacob says, this brother is a hairy man and I am a smooth man. Cooking up a scheme, Jacob says, this brother is a hairy man and I am a smooth man. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chris, you know the answer? You're holding on, buzzing for later?
Yeah, Esau.
That is correct for 2 points. In the 15th century Bible, this book opens with an image of King David, said to be its author. In this 15th century Bible, this book opens with an image of King David. Mark?
King James.
That is incorrect. Minus 3 points. In this 15th century Bible, this book opens with an image of King David, said to be its author. Free Musketeers. You have an opportunity to steal.
Any ideas?
No.
Too many
Sorry.
ideas.
Yeah, my Baptist upbringing would be very, very upset that I don't know, but I have no idea
Yeah.
because I'm very much not Baptist anymore. So
Uh-huh.
You care to pass or play?
We'll pass.
Chris, do you have an idea here? You seem to
Is
be.
this Psalms?
Psalms is correct. Bible study for 4 points. Hey, this next to last book of the New Testament is just 25 verses long. Hey, Lauren,
Acts?
that is incorrect.
Ah, dang.
Minus 4 points. I'll read it one more time for WFH. Hey, this next to last book of the New Testament is just 25 verses long. Chris is laughing.
You got it?
Clever, right? It's Jude.
Okay. Jude. Final answer.
That is correct for 4 points.
So you're
Bible
still.
Yes, Chris is, yes, correct. Bible study for 5 points. This book that speaks of vanity also says, quote, much study is a weariness of the flesh. This book that speaks of vanity also says, quote, much study is a weariness of the flesh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How are we pronouncing this?
Ecclesiastes.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Ecclesiastes. My Catholic upbringing may be slightly disappointed in this. It was more for show than for learning, but that's fine. That's for a discussion for a different day. Let's go to, that's a different sharing here at Kaplan. Let's go to our next category. Final one in Jeopardy. Crime scenes in Clue. Crime scenes in Clue. And Clue is underlined, just to reference that. John Hopkins University's George Peabody one is called a Cathedral of Books. Michael.
Library.
Library is correct. See where this will go as we move forward. Crime scenes in Clue. It's where scullery maids spent most of their working hours. It's where, Mark?
Kitchen.
Kitchen is correct for 2 points. Crime scenes in Clue for 3 points. I need a surprise substitution. I do apologize. This would be a...
Did we get points?
Heather, did they get points for that last 2 points? Yes. She's saying you did.
We had 8. I don't remember. Okay.
We can go back to the videotape if it all comes down to it after the episode is over. Let's go to Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges for 3 points. Surprise substitution. La, 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 la. In Tucker, The Man and His Dream, Jeff is the man and manufacturing these is the dream. In Mark?
Cars.
Cars is correct for 3 points. You are now out. There you go, Mark. Thank you. 4 points. A fine art school or a room with glass walls and a glass... Nick?
Observatory.
That is correct for 4 points. And Nick, do you prefer Nick or Nicholas? Honestly. Okay. All right. For 5 points, crime scenes include... In a monastery, it's called a refectory. In a monastery, it's called a refectory. refectory. In a monastery, it's called a refectory. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Triple stumper on the show. The dining room. The dining room. So in a monastery, the refectory is called. All right. Pub trivia time. Let's dial up some fun here. All right. Here we go. This will be a fun one to start with. Again, 2 answers per 5 here as well. What hit 1950 song features the line "a wop bop a loo bop a lop bamboo"? Nicholas,
Tutti Frutti?
that is correct for 3 points. What hit 1967 song features the lyric "sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me"? Mark,
Respect. RESPECT.
find out what it means to me.
I think
That
it's
is correct. That is correct. What hit TV series pilot was a 2-hour movie titled Panic at Malibu Pier? What hit TV series pilot was a 2-hour movie titled Panic at Malibu Pier? 3. Chris?
Baywatch?
That is correct for 3 points. Good guess or good knowledge. We'll take it either way.
Bad knowledge, let's be honest.
What home product brand contributes $1 to its Loads of Hope charity program for every bottle sold? Lauren,
Tide.
Tide is correct for 3 points. One more in this first set. What household item is often seen at hunting lodges fashioned from the antlers of deer or elk? What household item is often seen at hunting lodges fashioned from the antlers of deer or elk? 5, 4. Nicholas.
Coat rack?
Coat rack is incorrect. Good guess. Goes over to the Free Musketeers. Potential steal. I'll read it one more time. What household item is often seen at hunting lodges fashioned from the antlers of deer or elk?
So for some reason, I'm thinking salt and pepper shakers, but like I want that to be wrong.
I was thinking like utensils like spatulas or something. I don't know. Like you could use it for handles. I don't know.
Michael, any ideas?
I was with Nick on hat rack, so
Pass or play?
I think we pass.
Often used for chandeliers.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Handlers.
then yeah.
I thought it was gun rack.
Well, that may also be the
Hunting
case. But...
lodges.
Let me just say, I'm really glad it wasn't salt and pepper shakers. Like,
Yep, that is fair. Let's see. Now we move on to our next 5. What iconic recording studio is aptly mentioned in the lyrics of Leonard Skinner's Sweet Home Alabama? What iconic recording studio is aptly mentioned in the lyrics of Leonard Skinner's Sweet Home Alabama? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Muscle Shoals. Muscle Shoals. Let's go over here. How many seconds are in 1 hour? How many seconds, Lauren?
3,600?
That is correct. 3,600 for 3 points. 3 more to go. What international city has its Chinatown referred to as Barrio Chino? What international city refers to its Chinatown as Barrio Chino? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mexico City. Mexico City. What is the answer to a groan-inducing math riddle that asks, where can you buy a ruler that is 3 feet long? What is the answer to a groan-inducing math riddle that asks, where can you buy a ruler that is 3... Michael?
a yard sale.
That is correct for 3 points. Last one. What is the answer to the common crossword puzzle clue, Eve's Tempter? What is the... Michael?
Snake.
Snake is incorrect for what is often used in the New York Times crossword puzzle. What is the... So, Nick, you can consult with your team. What is the answer to the common crossword puzzle clue, Eve's Tempter?
Satan? Is
I
that
was
right?
gonna say the serpent, probably.
Serpent? Oh yeah, must be serpent. That's right.
Or the apple? I don't know.
No, the apple didn't tempt her. It was the serpent. But yeah, it is Satan as a serpent, right? So
So I would think that would count, but I don't know if snake would count as.
I don't know. Dan's pretty tough, man. You know,
This is very specifically what fills in on New York
Serpent.
Times
They
crossword
use,
puzzle.
yeah, serpent sounds a fancy word. It looks like a fancy puzzle,
Okay.
crossword puzzle word, right?
I don't know that the Three Musketeers have lost their points yet. I just wanted to clarify.
Have they? Yep, she's saying they have.
Okay. We're gonna say serpent. Final answer.
Serpent is correct. So that is what the New York Times crossword puzzle is often. The Eve's Tempter clue. They use it quite often, actually, as a fill-in as they build their New York Times crossword puzzles. Michael, I apologize. I hope to make it up to you later at a better time. Maybe a 6.1. We can make it work. Let's go back to Jeopardy clues now. We're in double Jeopardy over there. We go to old names for chemical elements. Old names for chemical elements. For 2 points. Cuprum, used since Neolithic times, is this metal? Nicholas. Say that again.
Copper?
Copper is correct. I think your Zoom just has a little frog in its throat there. Old names for chemical elements for 4 points. Arum is the object. Karthik?
Gold.
Gold is correct for 4 points. The object of many a conquistador's quest. Hydragyrum, the first part of its old name, means liquid. Karthik. I was going to spell it.
Mercury?
Mercury is correct for 6 points. You're now out of this category. Old, I don't know why I chose this one when there are words I just can't pronounce, but old names for chemical elements for 8 points. The name of this profession that spends time with pipes might lead you to this old name for lead. The name of this Mark?
The name of this profession, plumbing.
Plumbing is correct. I actually read through this before. I would have accepted plumbing or plum bum because the way they worded the clue was a mess. They say the name of this profession and then also say this old name for lead. So either is acceptable in this case. Old names for chemical elements. Stibium was the old name for this metallic element, hence the symbol SB. Stibium, S-T-I-B-I-U-M, was the old name for this metallic element, hence the symbol S. Chris?
Antimony?
I don't hear you.
Antimony?
You are saying the right word. I can read your lips, but your mic is no longer working.
I can hear her.
I can hear
Oh,
her.
I cannot.
Can
That
I
is very
see her
strange.
head, or-
I read her lips.
Weird.
Oh, now I hear you.
Okay.
That is
Antimony?
really weird. Yes, antimony is correct. So you guys heard her every time she said that. And I heard you. Maybe Zoom knows Chris and I spend too much time together. Trademarks. Trademarks is up next. Trademarks. I'm going to have to file a ticket on this one. That's a new one. Trademarks, 2 points.
Buzzer's not reset.
Heather, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Michael. Trademarks. This photocopier company ran an ad stating that its brand, Michael?
Xerox.
Correct. And to finish out here, is not a noun or a verb and cannot be pluralized. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you don't want people using your name over and over again. Why would you want free advertising? Xerox, good job. Trademarks, 4 points. Unilever has strong views on when and how you may put these 5 letters after pop, cream, or fudge. Unilever has strong, Mark.
C-I-C-L-E.
Correct. Sickle would have also been accepted. Popsicle, fudgesicle, creamsicle. Trademarks for 6 points. The correct generic terms for this letter perfect brand are cotton, stick, or swab. Michael.
Q-tip.
That is correct for 6 points. You are now out of this category. 54-25 is the current
Really
score.
sorry to be keeping this guy, but I don't think we ever had 50 points, and I thought we would have gotten 4 points on that last one. So I don't know.
I have not been watching the scoreboard as intensely. I take what you thought you had 40. What did you have previously in your?
I thought we had 54 from Chris's 10-pointer, and then because we didn't have 40, and I don't think we've missed any. So that's why I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be, but I just keep noticing it.
Okay.
I'll be completely wrong.
All right. Well, let's keep the score for now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I will, for the point differential, I'll go back and make sure everything is hunky dory.
Okay. And if you're watching and I'm totally wrong, I'm sorry.
There's no one watching. There's no one watching, Mark. Trademarks for 8 points. Trademarks 8 points. Dow Chemical says that you can't drink from this cup because the brand isn't used in disposable cups. Dow Chemical, Michael?
Dixie.
That is incorrect. That would have also been your
Oh, that would
third buzz this round, but it is incorrect. So I pass it over to winning from home, and I will read it one more time. Dow Chemical says that you can't drink from this cup because the brand isn't used in disposable cups.
What do you guys think? You guys have any answers for this?
Yeah, this one's tricky, right? Like I would have said Dixie too, but like the only other cups, like they're
Solo.
generic. Solo, yeah, but
Pass or play, my
it's the only
friend.
one I know.
Yeah, we're gonna pass.
The correct answer is styrofoam. Styrofoam cups. Styrofoam cups. Trademarks. A 9-year-old Moppet who was actually Irish-American inspired this paint trademark in the early 1900s. A 9-year-old Moppet, M-O-P-P-E-T, who was actually Irish-American inspired this paint trademark in the early... Chris,
Dutch boy?
I can't hear you again. You guys can hear her? This is the strangest thing. Try again.
Dutch boy?
Now I can hear you. This is really strange. Okay, Dutch boy is correct for 10 points. Just make sure my headphones are plugged in. All right. African American sports firsts. African American sports firsts. In 1875, Oliver Lewis became the first African American jockey to win this race known as the Run for the Roses. Michael.
Kentucky Derby.
That is correct for 2 points. 64-19. African American sports firsts. The first Black Winter Olympic gold medalist, Vanetta Flowers, won as a brakewoman in this event in 2002. The first Black Winter Olympic gold. Chris.
Bobsled?
I can hear you. Yes, you are correct. 4 points. African American sports firsts. Tennis great Althea Gibson was also the first African American on the tour of this association in another sport. Tennis great Althea Gibson was also, Mark?
Of this sport, golf,
Golf, I need more.
PGA,
Say that again.
PGA,
PGA is incorrect. Minus 6 points. Tennis great Althea Gibson was also the first American on tour of this association in another sport.
Is it WPGA?
It's the LPGA.
Or yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it is. LPGA, final answer.
That is correct. The Ladies Pro Golf Association. Continuing on. African American sports first. In 1952, this Dodgers catcher became the first African American to be featured on a Wheaties box. Mark.
Campanella,
That is correct. Roy Campanella. You're now out of this category. 10-point question clue coming up. African American sports first. Starting over. The first African American head coach to win a Super Bowl was this man who led the Colts to victory in 2007. The first African American. Nicholas.
Dungy.
That is correct for 10 points.
you got my mental message.
80-25. 80-25. Ye oughta. So ye is in quotation marks. It's Y-I. Y-I. Ye oughta. Y-I in quotation marks. Okay? General term for a professional who influences politicians to vote his way on a special interest. Karthik.
Lobbyist.
Lobbyist is correct. You see the Y-I is in the answer. There you go. Well done, Karthik. Ye oughta. Yai oughta. Y-I oughta. 4. Youth. That's what it is. Y-I oughta. Damn. I'm slow sometimes. If they've separated, it's one. Why I oughta. I'm gonna go in my corner with my.
That's what you want to say to the
Cap
people who
of
are
shame.
Jeopardy questions right now. Iota.
All right, why iota for 4 points. Youthful, 6-letter adjective often used to describe a type of grin. Youthful, 6-letter adjective often used to describe a type of grin. 5, 4, 3, 2. Mark, right before the buzzer. Boyish is correct, right before the buzzer. Why iota for 6 points. How cool would the street sign look if it used its synonym instead? Mark.
Yield.
Yield is correct. Surrender was a synonym, which would be a lot of fun if it said surrender on the sign instead. Though that should be stop, right? Surrender. Why iota for 8 points. I need to get a surprise substitution. It's a shame because it's about a praying mantis, but it's an image, so can't use it. Beau Bridges. Beau Bridges. We had Jeff Bridges. Now we have Beau Bridges. But B-A-U-X Bridges. Beau Bridges, the name. But listen to the clue. Japan's Kantai Bridge gets its name from its similarity to a type of obi, or this, from a kimono. Michael.
Sash.
Sash is correct. 10 points for why iota. A former leader is Deng Xiaoping, not Teng Sei-ping. In this method of rendering Chinese names in our alphabet. A former leader is Deng Xiaoping, Xiaoping, not Teng Xiaoping, Tenghsiao-P'-ing. In this method of rendering Chinese names in our alphabet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any guesses? I know I mangled the clue a little bit there, but no. Pinyin. Have not heard that term before, but learn something new. Time for some pub trivia. 6 points apiece. Here we go. Everybody's back in. 5 and 5. 2 answers per. 92-33. 60 points on the board, right? If I'm doing my math correctly. So this game is still alive. Still alive here. Here we go. In 1955, the novel The Year the Yankees Lost the Pennant was turned into a Broadway musical with what title? Mark.
Damn Yankees.
That is correct for 6 points. In 1956, Chuck Williams opened the first Williams-Sonoma store in what U.S. state? In 1956, Chuck Williams opened the first Williams-Sonoma store in what state? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. California. What musician wrote his song Walk on the Wild Side about the unusual... Mark?
Lou Reed.
That is correct. 6 points. You're now out of this category. What musical instrument, when made with a vertical frame and strings, is called an upright? What musical instrument, when made... Chris?
An upright bass.
Upright bass is incorrect. Minus 6 points there. What musical instrument, when made with a vertical frame and strings, is called an upright?
Piano.
Piano. Final answer.
Piano is correct. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3. 2 more to go. Nope, that's 4. This is our 5th one. What NASA mission's stated primary objective was simply perform a manned lunar landing and return? Karthik.
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
I cannot. You have buzzed in.
Apollo.
I need a more specific Apollo mission.
You mean, are you talking about the first one? Oh my God, you can't repeat the question. The first one is Apollo 11.
Apollo 11 is the correct answer.
Okay.
There you go. 6 points.
I should listen next time.
As my kids say, it's vastly overrated listening. So that is the first 5. Second 5 upcoming. What NFL franchise plays home games in a venue named Arrowhead Stadium? What Mark.
Kansas City Chiefs.
That is correct. What former NBA star is named after an expensive type of beef? What former? Nicholas?
Kobe Bryant.
That is correct.
Okay.
3 more to go. What novel begins? When he was nearly 13, my brother Jem got his arm badly broken at the elbow. What novel begins? Mark?
Kill a Mockingbird.
That is correct for 6 points. You are now out. You are out, right? No, you're not. Karthik, Mark.
No,
What's the
I
first-
did. I got the Chiefs.
Oh, got it. Right. Oh, I saw Nicholas. You were nodding when he said Kenzie. That's why I got confused. Yes. So Mark is now out. Thank you. All right. What novel features a character suffering from the fictional genetic disorder chronodisplacement? What novel features a character suffering from the fictional genetic disorder chronodisplacement? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Nicholas?
Rip Van Winkle.
Rip Van Winkle is incorrect. Minus 6 points there. We go to the Three Musketeers for potential steal. I'll read it one more time. What novel features a character suffering from the fictional genetic disorder chronodisplacement?
Any guesses?
No.
Pass.
Pass. The Time Traveler's Wife. The Time Traveler's Wife. Final clue, final question. What natural occurrences are the subjects of the children's book Flash, Crash, Rumble, and Roll? What natural occurrences are the subjects of the children's book Flash, Crash, Rumble, and Roll? Michael.
Lightning storms.
Lightning storms, thunderstorms, all are correct here. That is good for 6 points. And that is where we will close out today's match of TPT, 116-45. Mark, I will double check the score when all is said and done. And we move on. So 2-1 now for we're winning from home. Three Musketeers fall to 1-2. 1 match left for each of you coming up over the next 2 weeks. Obviously, we have July 4th next week, which will break up the schedule a bit. But we'll be back at it later today at 4 p.m. with more TPT.
Good game, everybody. Thank you.
Bye-bye.